It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Raiders and the Ravens. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. So good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Here we are, week 2 of the season. Greg, everybody has that hope. Let's get off to a good start. Well, these teams lost the opener now. Bit of pressure here in week 2.
Yeah, it really comes down to, Mike, it's a super simple concept. You just want to feel the sensation of winning. Just get your first win. Of course, they would have loved to start out week 1 in the win column, but now here you are, 2 winless teams, and it is just as simple as we want to walk in the building on Monday.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Charlie Jones now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number 1, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
In motion comes Andrews. Second down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. To the tight end Likely. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On play action, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Nice job there by Max Crosby, able to get into the backfield and come away with the sack. And, man, has he done plenty of that. Over the last 2 years, Mike, 27 sacks. I mean, it just seems every game he plays, this man's like a one-man wrecking crew.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turn.
Into space. Still on his feet. And he will score. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown, Raiders. His first touchdown of the new campaign. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Carlson's kick is good, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Wilkins is able to get home, and he was one of the Raiders' most noteworthy additions this offseason. Following an impressive 9-sack season last year in Miami, Vegas clearly knows that he is a difference maker along that defensive front, and plays like that are a big reason why.
The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Minshew. In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, Minshew. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, last year's All-Pro punter A.J. Cole on now for the Raiders. Deep for the Ravens, it's Deontay Hardy. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Play action now. Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. Divine Diablo there to make the play. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. On 2nd down, here's Minshew. That's to the first tight end, taken back in April. It's Brock Bowers. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. A 1st down there. Gain of 14 yards.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Raiders.
On 1st down, a run with Madison. Good blocking to the 15. He is tough to bring down. A big one there on the ground. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll stick with Madison. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Throwing on 2nd down is Minshew. That is caught. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Madison. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Greg, offensive coordinators script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Pistol give to Henry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Raiders with the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Third down, 3 to go. Aguilar goes off in motion. And he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. Here's Jordan Stout now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back set to go once more. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Minshew. To the left side. It is caught by Myers. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They put Adams in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. That'll be taken in. It's Alexander Madison. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Man open, it's Michael Gallup. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and throw with Minshew. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's A.J. Cole now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 4-yard line.
Gonna go right back to Henry. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
The tackle made that is on the 5-yard line.
3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll go again here with Henry.
Garrett Henry on the carry. Taken down that is on the 7-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Ravens sending the punt team out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Ravens 47-yard line.
Again, it's Madison. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. Now Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Aguilar goes off in motion. On the option, they give it to Henry. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Robert Spillane spills him there. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. On the handoff, it's Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down run here by Henry, and he signed with the Ravens this offseason. I mean, you think back to that run he had with the Titans, Mike, over the last 6 seasons, over 8,200 yards, 80 touchdowns. I mean, one of the most productive backs we've seen in a long time. Now it's kind of scary to think he gets to join Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore backfield. They hope the two of them can be that combo to finally get this Baltimore team over the hump.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll motion over Flowers. 2nd down, Jackson. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to Deontay Hardy. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens are back within 4. It is 14-10. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. The next drive about to start. We'll remind you what's coming up here in week 2. A couple of good ones to look forward to. 2 good young quarterbacks going at it later tonight in Houston. The Bears and Texans at NRG Stadium. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, as the new-look Falcons head to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Kickoff there, 8:15 Eastern Time. That's powerful running, lowers the shoulder, and picks up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back is Minshew. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Minshew going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That is caught! And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
They'll run it with Henry. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Bateman is the motion man.
37-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down to the tight end Likely. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. In motion comes Andrews. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Whoa. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. So hard to get a shot on Jackson. Gave himself up there after picking up the first down. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it is the Chargers out in front as those two creep towards halftime. Ladd McConkey, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. A couple of touchdowns there for Breece Hall. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. It was a running back, Alexander Madison, who put together a solid first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. To return is Tucker. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. To the air on third down, it's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 35.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Jackson gonna keep it himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At their 48-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's complete. He's got Hardy. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
24-yard line.
Back to throw, Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On second down, here's a run with Henry. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal. It's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Now, here's second and goal. Bateman is the motion man. And he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for. The zone read concept down here near the goal line is a great play. We used to run it for years with Cam Newton with the Carolina Panthers. You're counting on the quarterback identifying who is the unblocked defensive end. If he bites on the running back, it's what they call a pull read, and he keeps it. If he plays soft, anticipating the quarterback, it's what they call a give read, and the back takes it in.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Minshew out of the pistol here. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Here's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That's going to be caught by Gallup. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raider first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Vegas. From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. He'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. Fires complete to Harrison Bryant. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. He'll toss this one out to Madison. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we...
And he's in. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown, Vegas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. They'll motion over Flowers. On play action, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly for Hardy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the give, here's Henry. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Baltimore.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. An even 40 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll get that complete to Hardy.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Jackson up top again. That one, taken in. Deontay Hardy. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will cut it to a 2-point lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense, and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. He's got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with Madison. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down. They put Adams in motion. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing is Minshew. And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Slot man in motion right. Second down, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
They'll run. It's Henry. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. In motion comes Andrews. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. In motion comes Andrews. On first and 10, Jackson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, second and 10. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A first down throw for Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold.
Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa. Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Tucker. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.